So the same guy who took Idubbbz' content cop and made it on him and got 1 million views in 3 weeks just dropped his update video called Content Deputy 6 minutes ago.
Last video. Not only
so the last video, I watched the entire thing offline. It was perfectly made, and he ripped Ian to shreds. This guy does a deep dive on every single person he goes into, and I cannot wait to watch this shit. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on.
They are a terrorist organization. Like they are designated by the
wake up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey. What we do here is go back.
Stop making me remember the times where Idubbbz was actually cool. The swastika sword! No, dude! Running with that thing is so dangerous. Please be careful.
Who is this cute little lesbian, and how tight is her pussy?
That's Anissa's wife.
What's going on, guys? Didn't think we'd be doing this, but welcome to Content Deputy. Today we'll look at what Ian's been up to since my content cop released and his brilliant systematic dismantling of all criticism sent his way. Also his reaction to my video. I think a great way to start this video off is to give you guys a couple of updates. Now, let's get a little serious here. First of all, thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I'm extremely humbled by all of the support my last video received.
You're welcome, dude.
By the time this video's out, we'll have reached 40,000 subscribers, and all the support has just meant a lot. I'm gonna keep doing this. I appreciate y'all. On that note, the fundraiser attached to my last video not only surpassed $6,000 raised for cancer research, which is a whole lot more than Creator Clash 2 ever did, but it also surpassed...
And even if it did, after Ian and Anissa's a 34% cut, it probably would have been less as well.
The fundraiser attached to the Creator Clash 2 VOD.
I want to remind you that Anissa and Ian put on a charity event that generated $0 for charity. Can you really call it a fundraiser at that point, guys?
That, you know, Ian made to save face for, you know, the lack of money going to charity. That's not only incredible, it's kind of hilarious. Since my content cop, Ian has been doing some sort of humiliation tour, and the first stop was Hassan Parker's house. Hassan was doing a charity stream reacting to Ethan's content.
Let me correct you. Hamas, Diddy, Osama bin Laden, Adolf Epstein, Baby Oil Piker. Thank you. Just want to use his full name for anybody who's confused at home.
And as I predicted, the funds went to the Creator Clash Tiltify. Now, I kid you not, after arriving late, Anissa's husband comes on Hassan's stream and sits in the cup chair as they watch Ethan's video. Now, let's see if Ian responds to the criticism of the sketch that he made with Hassan with that swastika sword. I'm Jewish! This would be the perfect opportunity, so let's see what he's got.
I'm the one who thoughtlessly picked up the sword.
Oh, here we go.
We were grabbing a lot of props in Hassan's room, and there are a lot of props.
There's a lot of anti-Semitic props, and he just chose that anti-Semitic one as opposed to the other anti-Semitic ones. I'm going to kick you out if you apologize for that, by the way, because that's ridiculous.
Oh, you can't. Hassan won't let him. What
Yeah, Daddy won't let him, guys. Daddy won't let him.
fucking pathetic fucking loser, dude.
I mean, can you imagine letting another streamer do that to you? Just bitch you live on stream like that, bro?
Other than sitting there uncritically while Hassan screams and tries to deflect all criticism from the content, there really isn't much to criticize Ian here for, mainly because he barely fucking says a word.
Or you learn.
This is why it's Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons.
Don't laugh at his fucking...
During the stream, there were many times where Ian's face reeked of regret and being uncomfortable as he realizes that these new friends of his do not care about him whatsoever. And
regret and uncomfortable, the name of Ian and Anissa's sex life.
And have some questionable takes.
They have a shelf life because they don't have the same fucking stubborn nature that I do. They don't have the same interests as I do. They inevitably become their own worst enemies. They inevitably cook themselves. You might think you're riding high on the slop, For a little bit, you might think you're getting showered with praise. An army of anonymous Redditors telling you you're brilliant. But at the end of the night, when you go home and you sit down and you look yourself in the mirror, you're not going to recognize who you've become. That's it.
I'm sorry, bro. How small do your nuts have to be to actually sit like that? The legs crossed and the fucking hands on the knees pulling that shit closer, bro. Holy shit. Also, getting disrespected for the third time in one stream straight to his face and he says nothing.
It's turning into a lolcow of a different variety. That's what I think.
That's so mean.
I gotta mention it again. One of my favorite parts about the stream is the unironic cuck chair. How do you do that to yourself? Like, you just can't beat the cuck allegations anymore, dude. Now, there's a good old saying that goes along the lines of, wherever there's a spineless cuck, there's a snake. And this snake goes by the name of Anissa Jama. Now, in my previous video, I went really light on Anissa, and that's because not only was the video not about her, but I wanted to show that Ian is a malicious, spineless piece of shit, whether or not Anissa is involved. But since my video dropped, Anissa has been continuing to win the unlikability contest of the century. And can I just say, just looking at this couple and the evolution, it's pretty scary how things degraded. Look at this happy, normal-looking couple.
It's insane.
Is this a recession indicator? Like, how do you choose all the tattoos from a kid's sticker pack and think it looks good? One of my favorite insults I've heard is that you look like a skateboard. I think that's pretty funny. It's funny that the tattoos that Ian has kind of look like the sewer that he used to eat pickles in. Hey, Ian and Anissa, I could tell you guys are pretty torn up about the whole tattoo thing, and I wanted to give you guys some options, because I understand that it's probably really hard for you guys to deal with all the hate you guys are getting with your tattoos, and, you know, I feel pretty bad, so I'm going to give you guys some options on how you guys can cover up your tattoos, because I can tell it's really hurting deep down. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your masking tape, and you're going to want to get something that's around your skin tone and just cover it up. If you put enough layers on, it really starts to cover it. Back to how you were. It's pretty perfect, isn't it? Great. Look, you can even do some ASMR while you do it. And then when you take it off, you can wax yourself a little bit. Oh, and the snake isn't the only one being the retard on Twitter. The cuck is too. In his content cop, Ian was trying to criticize Ethan for the lawsuits that he was filing against people.
You can use that money.
I really feel like if Ian had any semblance of a normal functioning brain, he would have said, oh, all of the comments Ethan made were after people went after his wife and kids. I now understand the emotional outburst he had. I apologize for not including that context in the video. Everything would have been fine. It's really that easy. He had that ability, but then I promise you, he was afraid of what Hassan might have done to him if he said that, so he said nothing, being demonstrated by the now 4 times Hassan has told Ian what to do and what not to do on the stream.
To bully and intimidate people. No, you have a ton of power, you have a ton of options, you have a ton of choice. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich.
Someone's mad at the internet. But then he tried promoting Denim's GoFundMe, trying to sue Ethan for claiming that she promoted the Giardia claim, which is true. She did do that. She even tried deleting evidence. After she got caught doing that, she refunded the GoFundMe and isn't gonna do anything now. No lawyer would help her with that.
It's so crazy how much of a trend of behavior Denim's has. Just claiming that she did so many things that are so clearly well documented for everyone to fucking see. Hassan going and telling Ian what to do, telling fucking Ludwig what to do, telling Mizkif what to do. Like, and it's just, you know, if they've done it once, they've probably done it 1,000 fucking times. This isn't speculation. This isn't allegations. This is legitimately things that we have all seen demonstrated on Twitch, a platform that is fucking public.
Would have absolutely been a frivolous lawsuit, Ian, so I don't know why you're promoting that one. Lesbians. Okay, so far Ian's humiliation tour isn't really addressing any criticism other than the sword. This isn't looking very promising. Where's this next stop? Oh,
who even is that?
So Noah Samson, as the personality of a dry sponge, has been doing a bunch of charity streams for Palestinian refugees, and that's cool and all. And on these streams, he's been having a variety of guests. Some of them were to be expected, and others were absolutely insane.
What do you think about what Ansar Allah are doing now?
Why is everybody interviewing the same terrorist? I'm so confused. What?
I'm in the stop in the airport.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about how I feel about the Houthis without the FBI arresting me, but I would say this motion and this motion and
Why are we showing support to a designated terrorist organization designated by the United States who have just recently bombed civilians? What? Oh my God. What are we doing?
and
Oh, and he also had Idubbbz on.
We're live, yeah?
yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting to mention that.
Listening to this is painful. These two people having a conversation could put anyone to sleep in 5 minutes. Ian doesn't even
Absolutely.
care enough to know that Noah is streaming. This whole thing is a mess. Other than the multitude of dumb tangents these two go on and the multitude of times that Ian humiliates himself for no reason at all,
Although my hairline's kind of receding a little bit.
this stream is notable because Ian actually addresses some of the criticisms that people, like myself, have thrown his way, and he even mentions yours truly. Hey Anissa and husband, hope you guys are having a great time watching.
You mean Anissa and wife?
Let's see what Ian addresses in this high-energy, fast-paced interview with Noah Samson cosplaying as XXXTentacion.
I put my dick in my purse.
Some people are like, oh, this is way too, like, into politics. They thought the video, there's a lot of
Oh
people
my
who
God,
thought the
dude.
video was too centered around Israel-Palestine. I was like, that's, in my mind, that's crazy because I felt like it was just the smallest touch of that.
The smallest touch? It's literally the premise! You open with it!
He is extremely sympathetic to the Israeli cause and what's happening to them. His wife's Israeli. She served in the IDF. He obviously likes the state of Israel.
You act like you didn't even write your own video. Well, that actually might be the case.
I also take ownership for the Tana. The Tana thing was my.
Oh, that was so long ago.
Was my idea. Was my stupid idea.
So he's deflecting the criticism of him putting his politics and his new shithead friends over a near decade-long friendship. Got it.
And then there were some people who said the exact opposite, and they were like, oh, this is just like, this is something that should have been addressed behind closed doors. Like, this is way, like, personal. This is your personal gripe or whatever that you're, you know, making public.
How is that the exact opposite? You had a
If you noticed how when Ian made his own content, it was fucking hilarious, but now his current trend is letting his stupid fucking wife help him make his videos, as well as get influenced by Hassan, and now his channel's in the worst shape it's ever been. This is the reason why nobody has respect for you, Ian, anymore, man. Because you used to be a self-made man, your ideas used to be your own, but now you've just become completely lost in the sauce, and you got brainwashed by a woke feminist. Yeah, bro, you are a shell of a man that you used to be, and that's a shame because you used to be very cool. And I think that's the common trend for a lot of people, is remembering how great Ian used to be, and now he's borderline unrecognizable.
a ton of paths you could have taken. This wasn't a one way or the other type of situation. I could either keep friendship or be a political cunt. And the criticism that you're describing is totally valid. This should have been handled in private. You should have had no problem denouncing people calling your close friends genocidal baby killers who are endangering their children. This should have been an extremely easy take to have.
I'm pretty satisfied with that because I feel like that's probably the sweet spot. You know, if people can say both of those things.
You're all of a sudden want to act like you haven't seen most of the criticism about you. Like, I think you know that there's a little bit more than that. And also, what the fuck makes that the sweet spot? How are you enjoying that position? Well, I can now rest and I can now nest now that the entire internet thinks I'm not a good friend and have political brain rot.
I don't know, there's some of that energy that I think people, like, recall from old Idubbbz videos, and they're like, you know, I want that old, unhinged Idubbbz energy, that kind of shit. And I kind of get what they're saying, and I think a lot of it is just generally having passion.
Hold on. This might be positive.
Yeah.
Did he actually listen to one of my critiques?
Yeah, I think it's a process, but I think this was a big step for me.
Oh, never mind. False alarm.
What?
Okay.
You know, to say fucking enough's enough, because I think it's important. You know, I think
like I'll be real, Idubbbz. You can just do your old style of content again. Just stop saying the N-word. And bada bing, bada boom. Now you're good to go in 2025. Just stop saying the N-word, and then you're good, right? It's really that easy.
I think there's a lot more people who should be fucking, at least with Ethan specifically, like drawing the line, being like, fuck no, like you're not gonna talk about me like that online.
Hold on. Isn't this exactly what Ethan did to Hassan and Denims and all these people trying to ruin his life? Like, didn't he draw the line when people were trying to call CPS on him and trying to ruin his life? I feel like that makes your entire video moot.
Because it's all also political. Everything's political. You have to acknowledge that element as well. I'm not gonna, you know.
No, not everything's political. If I say I shit in the woods for fun, that's not a political statement. That's me being goofy. This, my good friends, is what
Do y'all remember when Denims and Frogan said that I'm a political streamer because I called Frogan fat? And it's like, no, bro, I'm not a political streamer. I'm just a guy who makes fun of political streamers. There's a very, very, very big difference, man.
I like to call political.
That being said, Joe Biden was created in a lab. Joe Biden is a robot, 1,000,000%.
Brain rot. If you're seeing reptoids and Martians at every given turn of anything, and you can't just enjoy something for it to be entertainment, then you're delusional. Not everything's fucking political. Is me playing Minecraft a statement on the socioeconomic state of the world right now? You sound like Jaden Smith. You sound retarded.
Like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
You're fucking delusional, dude. And he's such a fucking idiot. Now, before we continue with this interview, I must remind you guys of a point I made about Noah in my last video. Noah's ultimate conclusion is that all of these creators back genocide because they criticize Hassan, which takes a lot of fucking hoops to draw that conclusion. And after watching this dog shit video, I completely understand why Ethan Klein and Mudahar want to sue. I won't get into my opinions on if they should or shouldn't sue, but let's just say I won't exactly feel sad if this scares the shit out of Noah Samson for years, fearing generational debt. You shouldn't feel confident to slander people. Now, Noah is no stranger to slandering people. For example, he called the commentary streamer Chud Logic a pedophile baselessly and then was later forced to apologize for it. And he's apparently still being sued by Ethan Klein and Mudahar for the slander that took place in his YouTubers Who Backed a Genocide video. And
unprovoked?
Overall, outside of his orbit, he's just known for being an extremely malicious individual. So you could probably imagine my surprise when I saw this.
I wanted to bring up, I don't know if you saw the guy who made the...
I'm so confused. Like, this guy seems like a fucking lizard person with fucking human skin. Like, how do people watch these literal, soulless, robotic, lifeless fucking human... Like, there is nothing going on in that brain. Like, good... I mean, he looks fucking autistic. How did this guy raise $430,000, whatever fucking cause this is? Like, what is UNRWA? I don't know how anybody unironically watches whatever the fuck this thing is. It's insane. Of course, it's like what? It's a terrorist organization. I mean, shit, maybe. I got no fucking idea. Like, do these soulless, robotic, reptilian motherfuckers, all they have to do is just support extremist rhetoric and extremist terrorist agendas? And if you push that, you'll get hundreds of thousands of viewers? How do people watch this?
Content cop about you. Right after the H3 content cop was outed as a
that came
pedophile,
across my feed.
Was outed as a child rapist.
Who?
About you. Right after, I don't know if you saw the guy who made the content cop about you. Right after the H3 content cop was outed as a
that came
pedophile.
Across my feed.
Was outed as a child rapist.
When the fuck did that happen?
Oh, Noah. You could have researched this first. You're the one who brought it up, dude. There's no plausible deniability here. The funny part about this is that he likely knows that he was mentioned in my video, meaning he probably saw the critiques I made of him slandering people. So in response, he does the exact same thing to me. Now, I could go on and on about all these layers.
Guys, I'm going to say it. I think the odds of every single person who doesn't like Hassan being a criminal, I just feel like it's a really, really, really low chance. I do. I think it is a astronomically low chance. Yet they keep saying anybody opposed to these guys are somehow they all have a criminal record. I feel like there's no way that's true, guys. I really don't.
of irony, like how Noah and Hassan have no problem parroting these false allegations against me based on an out-of-context phone call, yet constantly deny actual rapes when it has to do with the conflict between Israel-Palestine when their side is the one at fault for them. Instead of that, let me do Noah a favor. Hey Noah, nice hair. Let me be very clear. I did not rape or sexually assault anyone. For context, this all goes back to a short fling I had over a year and a half ago with someone 2.5 years younger than me.
Bro, isn't it fucking crazy how they get that on everybody? They say, oh, bro, isn't this guy a rapist? Like, at this point, Hassan, who hasn't? Who isn't a rapist in 2025, Hassan? Can you name a single person that doesn't like you that isn't a felon? Can you name one? Can you name one person that you think is not a criminal? Please try. Please try your hardest.
After a falling...
Are they in the room with you right now, Hassan? Are they around you? Or are there criminals surrounding you at every waking moment? Where are they at, guys?
Out, she DM'd several people and falsely accused me of sexual assault without any proof.
I'm really open and honest about what I've done. I lied about you in private. I did. But I wasn't trying to imply that, like, you assaulted me.
Then, in an apparent attempt to fabricate evidence, she called me and started recording mid-conversation talking about a consensual hookup. She then suddenly shifted the topic to an awkward hug that we had, where I picked her up. This had made her uncomfortable because she had past trauma related to being picked up. Of course, while talking, she deliberately left out the context of the hug to make it sound like an awkward sexual encounter, essentially twisting two completely unrelated moments together to make it seem like I admitted to something that I never did. I didn't know you.
Guys, is anybody else just getting tired of these people making false sexual assault, false sexual harassment claims, and getting zero punishment for it? Is anybody else just getting tired of this shit? Because it happens non-fucking stop, dude. Saying you have sexual trauma from being picked up is insane.
You didn't like being picked up. I put you down. It's not sexual.
I had like a Spurg freak out and they're acting like I had a rational response.
Yeah, I didn't know that picking you up was going to trigger your PTSD. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. And you said that. And we've talked about it and I still feel awful about it.
Yeah, we talked. It's none of their fucking business.
It had nothing to do with sex. And after her little self-admitted manic episode, she publicly expressed multiple times that I never sexually assaulted her. Have I ever sexually assaulted you or hurt you or raped you or done anything?
Hey, you know what's crazy? Hassan and crew are already going to run with these false allegations and paint them as the truth in perpetuity. Because that's what they do to everybody. Is that not just, that's just fucking so disgusting. Classic Hassan. It's so bad.
Nefarious to you?
No, but I bet I know which subreddit is claiming those things.
That her allegations only came from a manic episode and tried to deflect everything else because of that. That pissed me off more than anything he said about me.
It did come from a manic episode. That was my words, not yours.
Exactly. You said it, not me.
I confess to you that I thought I might have BPD because of it. Like, I'm coming to these conclusions myself. You're not just pulling stuff out of your ass to make yourself look better. I'm the one who came to you and told you that.
I have long since distanced myself from this person, obviously. Not only were these accusations disproven over a year and a half ago, even the person who made the dog shit video resurfacing these allegations has stated publicly on multiple occasions that this girl is a pathological liar, that he doesn't think I sexually assaulted anyone, and doesn't think I'm some sort of predator.
I have never sexually assaulted anyone, which is true. I don't believe he did. She has done that in the past, and I would not instantly take her word for anything, right? Which is why I don't think Cameron is some sexual predator rapist.
Yeah, I'll be real, man. Once a girl makes over 8 sexual assault claims towards every past boyfriend they've ever had, yeah, I would probably take their word with a grain of salt too. Yeah, that's just me though. I don't know. Like, I just feel like there's just like no way that could have happened that many fucking times. You know what I mean? Like, I really feel like the odds of that are just like really, really, really low. Like really, really, really low. I feel like that's a very, very, very low chance.
Pedophile.
Noah, this information was public and available long before your stream. What you have done is textbook defamation, and you did it on a much larger platform, ignoring the publicly available facts. That's illegal. If you have any integrity as a content creator, which I don't think you do, you will make a public retraction and an apology. And while I would love for you to do that, I have a feeling you won't. Which means Ethan and I have a lot to talk about, given that I have legal options to explore if you can't make this right. Now, Noah, I will give you 14 days from the release of this video to issue a public retraction and apology. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just an honest apology for your slander now that you've seen the correct information. Now, if you don't do that, I have a plan B. Hello, Ethan Klein. If you're watching this or someone that you know is watching this, please direct them to this. Please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I am more than willing to join your case if Noah doesn't make things right. To close this little segment off, I'll parrot what I said in my original video. You shouldn't feel confident.
Hey, Ethan. Hey, I'll join too, man. DM me on Twitter. Hey, if you need help, brother, let me know. I'll join in. Why the fuck not? Hit me up, bro. Hit me up. Twitter.com/Tectone. Real easy. Real easy. Yeah, I might as well, man. That sounds awesome.
Confident to slander people. You should feel scared at what might happen to you if you choose to spread malicious libel against someone.
Didn't you make music for that anime game?
Was she like 2.5 years younger than you?
Did you give a girl a non-consensual hug, you fucking freak?
Hey, you keep that up and I'll make a video about you.
Yeah, I got a sort of little abridged
non-consensual hug is insane, by the way.
Description of it from Anissa.
Hey, Anissa.
I don't know. It is what it is. I try to not give it too much attention, you know?
Yeah.
What the hell? How dare you both? Are you guys trying to sabotage my charity video? Ugh. Disgraceful. How dare you attack charity? No need to give it attention,
Disgusting.
Ian. I'm sure you're fully aware of all the criticism I sent your way and are fully prepared to lampoon all my arguments if need be.
Yeah, sure.
But I think he was raising money on his video, so that's that's a good thing.
You gave a girl a non-consensual hug. You're a rapist, dude. You're a rapist. I feel like people don't know what the word rape means. I really don't think they know what that means.
For
like cancer or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Well, I don't want your approval. You can shove your kudos up your jam, because I just made a 90-minute video criticizing you. And instead of acknowledging any of my criticism, you sit there uncritically while your retard friend slanders me. Why the fuck do you think I want any of your kudos after that? Oh, Ian, how times have changed since VidCon 2019.
Oh,
what a different time that was.
He started off as a fan. Oh no, bro. Oh, that's so sad. Oh god, wait, my computer died.
There are a lot of things to like mock him about, bring up, make him look stupid, all this sort of shit. Like the fucking tattoos are insane.
I have no clue how Ian feels comfortable at all criticizing anyone's tattoos. It's gotta be some cry-bullying, bullying based on his own insecurities, kind of like what he criticized.
That's like me going after somebody else for being bald. Lakari, you're bald. You got no hair. Follically challenged. Bald bitch.
Leafy for it. But maybe he forgot all that. Maybe that was knocked right out of his head by Dr. fucking Mike or something. Fucking pathetic moron.
He's trying to do all of these, like, he's trying to appeal to, like, incels on the internet and shit.
God, he picked up that word incel from his whore wife, who values sex more than anything, right? So they just shit on anybody who's never had sex before, and they just say it nonstop. Good Lord, the amount of women that say that, who shit talk people who are incels, who have never had sex. Meanwhile, they have an 80 body count, and they still don't have a fucking boyfriend at age 32. It's just pathetic, man. Like, I'll be real. Like, you can literally smell the burnt tire coming from their vagina, how much they're ran the fuck through. It's such a stupid fucking insult.
What does your wife do, dude? She does fucking OnlyFans. Her job is to appeal to little incel gooners, dude. Ethan criticizing you somehow appeals to incels because for most of your life, you were a fucking incel and you didn't get your dick wet until you were 27. Yes, when you spend most of your life a fucking virgin, people are gonna make fun of you for it. Sure, it's childish or whatever, but it's gonna happen.
And I'm like, oh, like, that's what the fight is? Like, I didn't even realize we were at that level. So I don't know. I think I went in expecting something like a little bit more a gentleman's game. You know?
Yeah.
Buddy, this is fucking YouTube drama. This is a shit flinging match. You act extremely arrogant. You're not running for fucking president. This is a YouTube drama. What the fuck did you expect? You act like you've never experienced YouTube drama before. You act like this is something new to you. Dude, you've been dealing with it for 7 years, and you were perpetuating it for most of that time. Stop putting yourself on a fucking pedestal, dude. It's so pathetic.
One last question. Did you send the skulls? What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
I didn't send the skulls.
Laughing at the actual real human skulls that were sent to their family, which I believe cost somebody like $5,000 to send a death threat, is pretty fucking unnerving, Ian. I thought you unlocked empathy, bro. What happened? Maybe it's disabled.
No, I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous to hear that. Especially when I heard that they were like from skulls.com or some shit like that. That made it funny.
Yeah. Just a death threat to a father, a family.
So he finally acknowledges the human skulls, and instead of disavowing this unprecedented harassment on YouTube, he makes a joke out of it because, I don't know, they just weren't fucking freshly chopped off
psychotic.
heads. What the fuck even is this shit anymore, dude? This is
psychotic,
safe,
actually.
edgy shit. Like, stop fucking pretending to be an empath while saying shit like that.
Was it a death threat?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
Was it a death threat? It absolutely was a death threat. Are you joking? How else will you interpret that? To me, that's someone saying, hey, these two human skulls, these are you two if you keep this shit up. Maybe that's just fucking me. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to interpret from that.
It's anybody with a brain thinks that.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fucking clown, bro.
Fucking piece of shit. There isn't much else to say about this interview. It's just riddled with repeatedly bad arguments and not much informed to do with responding to critiques to Ian's content. Well, other than this,
I think the common defense from the other side would be something along the lines of like, don't use charity as a shield. But I think they completely missed the point that it's like, it's not a shield. It's just like, hurt me as much as you want. You know, it's basically saying like, you do not have a case.
Stop the cap. A perfect segue into our next topic, Creator Clash. So as I mentioned earlier, shortly after my content cop, Anissa's husband made an appearance on Hassan's Piker. So as I mentioned earlier, Anissa's husband made an appearance on Hassan Piker's stream where Hassan was watching Ethan's content nuke while raising money for charity. Sounds innocent enough, until you realize that this charity is linked to Creator Clash's Tiltify. I was so close to calling it. The only possible way this event is saved is if Hassan uses a socialist grift money, but even then, no one's gonna fucking show up.
Dude, I just want to see Hassan versus Sam Hyde with one of the most legendary clips of all time.
Anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life.
Oh man, I used to watch Sam Hyde all the fucking time, bro. His videos where he would RP as a stepfather were so fucking funny.
Lad, you know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you! Hassan Piker! I'm coming to kill you!
Oh, I'm gonna be fucking sick, bro. It's so insane, bro. It's so insane. It's fucking crazy. Hassan Piker! That is an emote? Yeah, if somebody wants to make that an emote, bro, go for it, man. You can call it Hassan Piker. Oh, Jesus Christ. Surely Hassan can body him, right? Anyways, bro.
But I was wrong when I said Hassan was going to use the socialist grift money. Of course he wouldn't. He's the worst fucking socialist ever. So now anybody who goes to the Creator Clash 3 Tiltify, oh wow, it looks like they've raised a ton of money.
Wow.
Fuck no, it was Hassan's stream. Look at this. Like the overwhelming majority of this money is from Hassan's charity stream. By comparison, Idubbbz raised jack shit. Now, since Anissa and husband stepped down, much has taken place. 2 more fighters have dropped out, Freddie Wong and LA Beast, meaning the event has no main card fight and 2 other fighters without opponents. The event was delayed and moved from Tampa to LA, and fighters have continued to voice concerns, mainly blaming these issues on Ian and Anissa, rightfully so. While I still won't
They should blame him on me too. I've actually had a lot of creators say, yo, Techie, I heard you declined it. Should I drop out? And I was like, yeah, probably. It is what it is, man. Just get somebody else to run it. It's really easy.
Be supporting this event and still feel like you should donate directly to charity or donate to me if you want to waste your money.
Oh, that new emote in Twitch chat. What the fuck? That's crazy, bro. Can we get that on Kick and YouTube anyway? Hassan Piker!
By that I mean don't fucking support this sinking ship. I will give credit to the new owners for transparency, as it has caused Ian to face one of my critiques head on. Before I get directly into that, I'm going to clarify Creator Clash 3's business model, since the new owners have made it a lot more obvious and transparent. This year the event is explicitly a for-profit event, and the only charity aspect is a separate Tiltify donation campaign. Kind of completely defeats the purpose of the event, but I digress. Please stop calling me gay. In the previous two events, any surplus of money from running the event went directly to charity after any expenses were paid. I had assumed the same thing was going to be happening this year, and the Tiltify was only just added as a shield in case things went wrong again, but I was incorrect. But you can't really call this a charity event anymore. And I do still think that giving a cut of that surplus money to charity would be better, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is that I was absolutely right about Ian and Anissa taking a profit thanks to these new owners showing the accounting. Ian then had to make some half-assed apology to Reddit for not being transparent enough. And all I can say to that is this: hey, dumbass, we told you this last time. You still weren't transparent enough this time, and now you're getting criticized for it, dipshit.
The reason why it's so fucked up that Ian and Anissa took 34% is because when you raise money for charity, you get a massive tax write-off. And the tax write-off, which is going to save them hundreds of thousands of dollars, guys, on taxes, they said, no, that's not enough. We need the tax write-off and we need direct profit, which I think is new levels of fucking scummy to be that greedy. Like, the shit that you will do when you fall off that hard is insane.
Fucking read.
They're double dipping, yeah, 100%.
Now I gotta say, and I can't blame the new owners for this, but this whole business model feels extremely scammy. Creator Clash was always advertised as a charity event. And
It's
Creator
not
Clash
feels,
1,
it
Ian
is.
got paid. We didn't know that. In Creator Clash 2, they didn't get paid because they lost.
And here's the other thing, right? Here's the other thing. Oh, what was this? All due respect, and I'm not some super left-leaning freak, but Sam Hyde is legit a neo-Nazi. Like, that funny clip aside, the guy's pretty alt-right. Do you really want to have that link to you? Also, account here, it depends on their ownership of CC. Does anyone know it? I'll be real, man. Like, I just think the guy's content's funny. I got no idea who he is as a person. And to be honest, I really just don't care. I separate art from the artist. Just in case somebody ends up being shitty doesn't mean that I'm going to lie and say I didn't enjoy their YouTube videos back in the day. For example, I really enjoyed Rurouni Kenshin, right? I love Rurouni Kenshin. I still do like Rurouni Kenshin. I heard the author was really fucked up. Does that mean I'm going to stop liking Rurouni Kenshin? No, I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. I mean, I'll be real. I've been cooked a burger at a restaurant that was delicious, and then I found out the guy who cooked it was a Nazi. Does that mean I'm going to stop enjoying that burger? No, the burger was really good, and what the fuck does that have to do with the guy? Nothing, really. Yeah, anyways. Oh, by the way, this cell phone that I got, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, this was made in China by probably miserable child labor. Does that mean I'm going to stop using my cell phone? No, not really. I heard Jujutsu Kaisen was made by very horrible work conditions, people being worked for 40, 50 hours a week, people passed out from exhaustion while making JJK. Does that mean I'm not going to watch the anime? No, not really. At the end of the day, I'm just here for the funnies, the goofs and gaffs, and that's pretty much it. Yep.
Lost money. But in Creator Clash 3, they were going to take 34% and...
Because here's the thing. The moment you start falling for the... Yeah, you know this guy who made a funny video, he's a piece of shit, right? Well, I don't care, right? Oh, hey, you know the guy who made that item is a piece of shit, right? Yeah, I don't care. Because how the fuck am I ever going to talk to anybody ever again, right? Shitty people are everywhere, guys. And I'm going to be real. Here's my mentality on planet Earth. There are criminals, and then there are people who have yet to be caught for their crimes. And personally, that's my opinion on the world. That's my opinion.
None of the money made from the event went to charity. It's only this Tiltify. That feels pretty scammy, in my opinion. If it was more explicitly stated by Ian and Anissa like it has been by these new owners, maybe I wouldn't be feeling like this is some sort of fucking scam. It's extremely deceptive and misleading to your audience. Even when trying to escape criticism, the spineless cuck and the snake get shown for what they are yet again. Let's see how they feel now that the event is out of their hands.
I'm the happiest I've ever been. I know people are like,
Cope.
Cope. But I truly am genuinely the happiest I've ever been.
Let's see if if I can do this and, you know, run the event as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we did for a period. But
yeah, I mean,
I think it's in better hands.
They pay gated this shit behind a Patreon is insane.
yeah, it's definitely in better hands. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's definitely in better hands. That's disingenuous. I don't think it's definitely in better hands.
You gotta love how Anissa is so unwilling to engage with her mistakes that she inadvertently attacks the new owners of the event by implying that they are incapable of handling the event. What a fucking dumb bitch. Before we go on to our final topic, I'd like to correct a part of my content cop where I misspoke. Funnily enough, it has absolutely nothing to do with Ian, though. There's been very few people to actually leave H3's crew. Only one is left on bad terms. Hell, Dan's been there for like 7 years, if not more. So, no actual crew members ever left on bad terms. That was a misspeak on my part. I was trying to refer to Ethan's old housekeeper who was suing him, but as of now, I don't think that's gone anywhere, so yeah, there's that. To wrap up this video, I'm gonna give Ian some clarity on something he really doesn't
Good on him
seem
to correct that.
Ian, nobody really cares that you wanted to change up your content. Sure, for some of us that liked your old
It's not really about the content, it's about the man that you've become. That's the issue.
content, it was kind of a bummer. But the problem actually arose through your extreme overcorrection and making your entire public personality about not being your old self. You're
Yep.
very bad at responding to criticism, and
Yep.
not all of us get it right the first time. Sometimes you gotta mature and be more level-headed and let time pass and learn from your mistakes. You can make mistakes and grow from them. That's fine. But don't make that your entire fucking personality. And even if you don't resonate with it anymore, don't shit on people who enjoyed your old content. You
Yep.
come off as disingenuous and extremely fucking annoying. Now, I've made my own mistakes in the past, and I won't pretend.
Because the thing was, when Idubbbz made his old content, it was like a different time on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, the jokes that comedians made like 15, 16 years ago, like that shit being dug up in 2025 is like so fucking gay. Like, genuinely. This is why the internet is like, no one's allowed to be funny anymore. When people are willing to go back 15, 20 years and be like, remember when you said this? Remember when you did this? It's like, okay, dude. Like, it's just exhausting. It's everybody is in a competition for who can be the most offended over shit that was completely out of context in a different time period. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like how much thought, and you guys probably experienced this. How many times have you guys ever been in the conversation with somebody and you were like, if I say it like this, how are they going to take it? Can I say this? I don't know if I can say this around this person. Okay, I'll just like play it cool and see how they act, and then I'll, and then I'll maybe I'll make this joke. Can I say this joke to this person? What if they get offended? It's just like, good God, bro. It's just fucking exhausting. Where you can't speak me when I want to say Momoy. Okay, well, maybe we don't. All right. Anyways.
And to be some fucking moral peach, okay? I just want to entertain people. But I can confidently say that you've proven to be a malicious piece of shit with that wife who's an even bigger fucking snake. The way you backstabbed your friends, lied to the public about your charity event, and managed to mishandle every fucking thing that you touch over the past several years while doing everything you can to suck.
Well, okay. If Ian mismanages everything that he touches, at least we know Anissa is safe. Because he only watches her from the cuck chair. So, at least she'll be okay.
Suck up to people.
Unless he pays $7.99.
Whose purity test you immediately fail is extremely fucking pathetic. And so, goodbye, Deputy Washburn. At one point in time, you would have been missed. Or maybe I'm just fucking retarded. But that's gonna do it for today's content, Deputy. For those unaware, I have confirmed that I will be doing more of these content cops in the future. So leave all your suggestions of the people that you love to hate in the comments below. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter and all the other shit. And I think I have a Discord or something. I don't know.
Bro, this shit was awesome. I would actually love to get to talk and know this guy. Great video. Guys, go fucking like bomb this video, man. Great videos, great coverage. Seems like a good stand-up dude. Also, awful what he's going through with the false allegations. I don't have to imagine how horrible that is. I understand how horrible that is. And I wish you the best of luck with that, man. Hit me up if you ever need anything. My DMs are open to you, man. Great video, great content. Like, comment, subscribe.